Finally, it is time to talk about my favorite little brony boy, my favorite Twitter spurg of all time, a guy that I actually used to have videos up on a completely different YouTube channel that has been nuked by YouTube. And a lot of you guys may be saying, okay, what are you talking about? Who is this guy that you like to call the brony boy? Well, we are back talking about Brony Fandont, or now he likes to call himself Fandont, aka Bonk. And there is a lot of lore with this guy to even know who he is. So let me give you a little explanation. Brony Fandont is a Twitter account that primarily A-logs Black Griffin, is a warrior of the rape victims, warrior of the victims of white men. Yeah, he literally has said that in the past before. And a lot of you guys may recognize him from the Saberspark drama and his involvement in it by helping Emu and me release the false rape allegations against Saberspark. But this guy genuinely believes that it wasn't because the story made no sense originally when people saw it. He genuinely believes what ruined it was the KP video, even if, no matter what, the allegations were going to be proven false. And he can't move on from that. That KP video really broke that guy's brain. He literally attempted to end his own fucking life over people saying mean things in the fucking internet. And also, he's a pedophile. And that's just a summarization on who this guy is. There is so much lore with this guy, with just very small Twitter spurg. Somebody that barely anybody focuses. Even his own A-log stopped focusing on him for a while because there was nothing happening with this guy. Okay? But there was so much lore for some reason. And there's a really good video made by Lazy Bedhead about him. And there's a part of it where they talk about his past and all that. It's really good and you should watch it. But to get to where we got now, let's give you a little bit of a background, okay? Let's give you a little bit of some information before we get to the massive crash out that he fucking had recently. And let me tell you this. After all this drama, after I made my last video around January, December, I started seeing this guy involve himself in the amazing digital circus detractor community, people who go after the digital circus star for fucking no reason. And he involved himself in that community and already knew, and something I've said in those past videos before, that something bad was gonna fucking happen and they should just kick him the fuck out. And I started seeing him being he finally found a community for himself because some of these people also hate Black Griffin, and then he started A-logging Black Griffin with these people. And like I said, it didn't really end fucking well. Because one of the detractors, I think her name is Mav or something like that, decided to call him Matt on his bullshit. That's one from what I'm aware of. And from the people who actually know who Brony Fandont is, you can never criticize this guy. If you dare criticize this motherfucker for any of the bullshit he does, for all the things he has done, this guy would melt down, crash the fuck out, and go after you. And then he claims himself to be the victim. And a lot of bullshittery happened with this. With leaked DMs after leaked DMs of one of the other crashing and the other one crashing out. And this led to another person being involved in this story, Jesse. And Jesse is someone that I've actually mentioned and actually know about before, because Jesse is the person who actively was proud about flagging down Blackish. Yeah, that's the person. But Jesse was also part of that community. And Jessie, seeing that her friend was getting attacked by Brony Fandont, decided to involve herself in it. And Brony Fandont doesn't like to be put in a fucking corner. And he was getting pressed by Jessie. Jessie was calling him a bitch, a pussy. She was telling him to fuck off. And he didn't really like that. So, because of this led to Brony Fandont turning on a Twitter space. And you could see it's called The Truth. And this is where shit gets actually fucking insane. And you can see over here that it says that it lasted 40 minutes. I was actually there to see it. It was dead air for 37 fucking minutes. Okay, I'll tell you that for sure. Okay, there was nothing happening. But the last 9 minutes of it were actual keynote. It was some great shit. It was the biggest beatdown I have ever seen in Brony Fandont. He was actually confronted by Jessie. And this person gave him a fucking reality check and was just done with this motherfucker's bullshit. And this is something that he deserved. This is something that he needed for a very fucking long while. A reality fucking check. And he didn't really like it. But before we actually listen to this entire fucking call that I also upload separately on YouTube, just to archive it. Some interesting stuff did happen during the dead air, because when it was fully dead air, Jesse did show up first, but then Jesse was immediately kicked out and Brony Fandont was unmuted. I thought he was gonna start seething, saying "fuck you, Jesse, you piece of shit, fuck you." But then like Jesse did a post saying "fuck you, pussy, don't block me, pussy." And then like looks like Brony Fandont unblocked her, and then she came back to the call. But now let's finally watch the Bloodsport. This is some great content, better than the last live stream he did. This is some actual amazing content. Kino, okay?
I'm not bullying anyone. I'm not bullying anyone. That's how you talk, you fuck. Go fuck yourself. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? You want to bully me more? You gonna bully me? You gonna bully me, bro? Like you did with Maddie? Put the good on. Come on, Bonk. You can talk to me, bro. Be a big man about it. Come on, bro.
And you could see in the first minute of the call, she just fucking insults this guy, disrespects him. And Brony Fandont just takes it like the cuck he fucking is. He takes it like a little bitch by this person that doesn't even sound of age. Sounds like a fucking 15-year-old. And he just takes it like a little pussy. He's like, how dare anybody talk to the Brony store like this? How dare you? How dare you make me confront with reality? I hate reality. And that's what Brony Fandont does. But don't worry, his response is fucking insane. Okay?
I don't want you to be able to hurt anyone anymore.
Shut the fuck up, bro. I don't even give a shit.
That is just true queen shit, okay? That is some actual big penis energy or whatever, like, women have their own version of, I don't know what it is, but that is some big dick energy. Brony Fandont comes in with a 1 HP voice saying like, I don't want you to hurt anybody anymore. And Jesse, with confidence, with the full-on big dick energy, immediately says, I don't give a shit about that. I don't give a fuck. And Brony Fandon's like, what the fuck? You're supposed to obey by me. What the fuck is not working? True kingly behavior. This is what he fucking deserves for being such a piece of shit for a year straight, trying to ruin a man's life and trying to destroy people that he pretty much doesn't like because he didn't date the little girl that he wanted to date, okay? We'll say that for sure.
Come on, bro. You can talk to me. You're an evil little shitbag. How dare you talk to me about... How dare you talk to her like that? Go fuck yourself, bro. How you did it to me? Bullying me into silence? Shut up, bro. I am this close. I am angry at you.
Yeah, Brony Fandont, you better shut the fuck up because a woman is speaking here. A woman! Okay? She is talking. And you cannot speak amongst a woman because you're a white man, right, Brony Fandont? You woke piece of shit. When you were literally saying that, like, Black Ribbon's a white male and he's a problem because of that. Yeah. Now you're feeling what it feels to be that, huh? Now you feel the shit that you like. The beliefs that you actually believe in. You better shut the fuck up. A woman is speaking, Brony Fandont. A woman is fucking speaking, Helena Hyena.
You always
Why
are.
are you bullying her? Why are you bullying her?
I haven't bullied anyone.
Yes, you did.
You're bullying me right now.
Oh.
What have you said that's at all constructive?
Wait.
You just shouted at me.
Oh, poor baby. I don't believe you. You already made it so nobody believes you. So actually means
Yes,
any apology.
she was manipulative.
Shut up. No, I am talking to you.
She made a post saying that she would lie and say whatever I wanted.
Shut up.
What is the point of that?
Bro. Shut up, bro.
You're an asshole. You're both horrible people.
Thank you. Oh, thank you. You're so kind.
You could see, like, Brony Fandont calls Jesse a bully, then Jesse calls Fandont a fucking bully. And maybe Jesse is a bully, okay? But I'd rather side with Jesse than Fandont because I would trust Jesse a lot more than Fandont because Fandont has a history of lying, history of denial, history of, like, changing reality to the way he likes it. So I'd rather trust this random bitch than Fandont. And it's just so crazy that he decides to shit on her saying like, oh, what you're saying is not constructive at all. You're just bullying me. You're insulting me. And then later on, he literally calls her a fucking piece of shit, horrible human being. How is that any constructive shit, Brony Fandont? Oh yeah, you only want constructive insults when it's other people. But when it's you can insult them whenever you want, Brony Fandont, huh? I like how that works, buddy.
And you're a pedophile.
I'm not a pedophile. And one
Yes,
day...
you are.
I just like how ridiculous this shit gets, okay? We get from these two motherfuckers arguing on who's the bully to now Jesse accusing Brony Fandont of being a pedophile. And I know where these allegations come from because Brony Fandont has been well known to like cub porn, and he has commissioned that in the past, and he has defended pedophiles in the past too because they were his best buddies. So there's probably some truth into that shit. But, you know, there's no point of being actually good faith with this guy because he's always been in bad faith in every situation he's in. He calls everyone a piece of shit. He calls everyone fucking rape defenders. He will find a way to put your argument in the most bad faith way possible. So there's no point of being good faith with this guy. And what Jesse is doing, even if you say, oh, it's childish and all that, is the only way you could interact with this guy. Because even if you try to help him, if you try to tell him good advice, he will never follow it. And what happens next is a great example of that shit.
I'm going to get the information that I need to actually sue you, or whatever the
Oh.
legal term is, because what you're doing is illegal. Do you not understand that?
It's
You're
not
just a
illegal.
horrible person. You're also doing something that is illegal.
You see what I fucking mean? This motherfucker, because Jesse decided to talk some smack, talk some shit about him, now comes in, says, I'm gonna gather all of your personal information, saying the guy that has been doxxed before and says that doxing is illegal, but now he's completely fine with it and picking up doxed material under the people he doesn't like, but he's gonna grab that and he's gonna sue this bitch and make sure she faces consequences of her actions because shit talk apparently in his fucked up view of the world is illegal. Brony Fandont, we don't live in the UK. We don't live in Canada. We don't live in Germany. Talking shit about other people is not illegal at all. It is actually protected by the amendments, okay? Like, we have the freedom of speech in the United States of fucking America. That's why shit talk is everywhere here. Brony Fandont, it's not illegal because it hurt your feelings. You're just a little bitch, and you're trying to intimidate this random individual to make her suck your brony dick. But also, I thought like women were like the high caste of society. Why are you gonna sue a woman, Brony Fandont? That's not really woke of you.
And you will face legal
How is it?
consequences.
Tell me, why am I doing anything that is illegal to you?
You are calling me
Anything.
a pedophile. Do you not understand that?
Because you are. Because you are.
I'm not a pedophile.
I just love that fucking response, okay? Like, but she has like, why are you suing me, dude? And Brony Fandont says, oh, you call me a pedophile. And it says, you are a pedophile, you piece of fucking shit. The guy that jacks off to cub porn, you pedophile piece of shit that jacks up to rape porn. You are a pedophile. That's just a queenly response. That is actually the top tier response you say to this motherfucker. It's actually some great keynote fucking shit. But it's just crazy. He thinks if you call someone a pedophile on the internet, it's illegal. Okay? Like, you could say it under defamation, but what did it actually hurt? Because your reputation has already been way too destroyed. So what is there even to affect? What's the point? And this guy doesn't even have money. Okay? Let me tell you that. This guy is broke. He has no money, and he begs for people to send him money through this like coffee app, whatever these motherfuckers call it. Yeah, this guy's gonna totally sue her.
Yes, you are. Are you into Volcon?
No.
Then why are you doing this?
Doing what?
Why are you calling me? Why are you silencing me?
I'm not. I'm telling
You
you. to
have
talk to
been silencing me.
I opened this.
You have been silencing me.
You are speaking
In
to me
November.
publicly right now.
I'm talking. So what?
How is that silencing you?
You're
I gave you my platform to talk.
Cool.
That's the opposite of silencing you. Everyone that follows me and people that don't are able to hear everything you are saying right now. This is being recorded and will be on this page. Do you not understand that? That is not silencing. You are being given every opportunity to say whatever you want. And all you've been doing is being a fucking bully and going, oh, boo-hoo you.
Yeah, you're not helping the Black Griffin stuff either by infighting,
No.
bro.
I just like how Brony Fandont's acting like, yeah, I let people speak whatever the fuck I want. I let people say their say, okay? Like, come on, I'm not censoring you. Like, you're on this Twitter space. You know it's recorded, so, you know, I'm not censoring you. Well, this motherfucker will literally block you for slight little criticisms. He doesn't want to hear from you. This guy constantly silences people every single fucking day, okay? That's why the trolls have like A-log accounts like Brony Fandonts or some shit like that. Like A-log accounts like that just to make sure you could shit on him with those accounts. You see this guy's totally not that free speech warrior he was not trying to say, okay? He's trying to insinuate that shit, but don't worry, it gets a lot better.
One would have known
You
any
call
of this.
me. No, shut up. You call me Sonic Phobia when I
Yes,
wasn't.
you are exactly like him. You are
Oh,
exactly like him. You act the exact same way. Everything you do, you
brother,
slander,
oh my
you
God,
lie,
bro.
and you scream to the top of your lungs. Every little thing that
I
you
am
do is just
angry at
screaming.
you, bro.
I know you're angry at
I'm
me.
angry.
You are wrong to be. You are insane.
Ah, yes. Jesse's the insane one in the situation. Not the guy who decided to say that I'm gonna gather your private information to sue you, to make you feel consequences by that pretty much meaning that I'm gonna ruin your fucking life. Yeah, but totally, Jesse is the insane one here. Nah, Brony Fandont. The gaslight is fucking crazy. But also they like mention this person or thing called Sonic Phobia, and I try to do a quick look into this, and it seems like a definition of something like some sad, lonely internet loser who's too obsessed with something, and I'm like, that doesn't represent Jesse. That represents Brony Fandont perfectly, because this guy is a sad internet loser that is way too obsessed with Black Griffin. Okay, so I don't know what the fuck he's saying here. Maybe I'm fucking wrong. Someone should correct me in the comments, but that's what I get, okay? But don't worry, it gets a lot fucking better.
I'm not insane. You are. Look how you've been.
I've been
Look
what?
how you've been posting about me
Yes,
and posting
I've
about
been talking about you because you
about
can't stop
Maddie.
fucking talking about me. Everything I said about you two is true. I gave proof of it.
Now, let me tell you again, I don't know much about what happened. I only know a simplification of it by just looking at a few tweets, but when Brony Fandont means by proof, he means by his voice, him saying it, or sometimes he'll show a screenshot that doesn't really back up what he's saying. He believes like proof you could just post random screenshots of random shit, and that's evidence for him. That's what he means by that shit. So, from my experience from Brony Fandont College, the university of the studies of Brony Fandont's fucking ideology, he's never provided proof, and he's actually the insane one in the situation. Also, I literally was about to read a essay about these individuals that he did, and it's just full of insanity. Full of screenshots sharing of him crashing the fuck out, wanting to be friends with people who just don't want to do anything with him. But totally, Jesse's the insane one, not Brony Fandont. Totally, okay. Totally, Jesse's actually insane. She's crazy. She needs to be sent to the psych ward. Well, Brony Fandont's actually very sane. He's a sane individual. You know, he actually knows what he's saying. He's actually in the right headspace, okay? And totally not gonna crash out after this fucking Twitter space happened, okay? Don't worry.
Oh, that's not proof.
What is not proof? I asked you to.
So what?
I politely, privately messaged you.
You
not to
didn't
call me a pedophile.
No,
and you acted like it was such a bother to you.
Oh, cry about it. Cry about it, bro.
This is how you react to me actually pointing out how
I'm
fucking insane
angry,
you
bro.
are. I know you're angry.
I am angry at you.
Fuck you. You deserve to be
There
miserable.
it is.
But
There
you're
it
never
is.
gonna face
There
any
it is.
consequences. Everything that you've ever
There
done,
it is.
you deserve consequences for. You are a problem.
You deserve
harm
consequences.
people. You've tried to ruin lives. You don't care how you use any of this.
Okay, I don't know what version of Jesse does he fucking get, because the Jesse I fucking know is some random Twitter spurg who is a VisiPop keyboard warrior that just flagged a video once, okay? Like, I don't remember Jesse going out of her fucking way to ruin people's lives, to harm people. I don't remember that version, but the only reason Brony Fandont knows this version of Jesse is because it's part of the figment of his own imagination. Because, like, Jesse decided to go against him once, he has to make up he has to morph this version of Jesse into a fucked up version because Jesse decided to call him a pedophile once and just shit-talked him. Because for some reason, shit-talk is actually hurting people. For some reason, with this motherfucker, if you tell him to fuck off or tell him that you're gay, he just thinks like you're harming people, you're killing people, you're genociding people. Like, this guy probably believes that because Benjamin Netanyahu called the Gazan people gay, they all immediately just died. He genuinely probably believes that fucking shit. And also him back telling this random Twitter spray that I hope your life is miserable and you should face fucking consequences. Yeah, totally the same thing to say, Brony Fandont. It's crazy how this guy talks about how like he's being harmed, you're hurting people. Well, He's literally telling this individual over here that doesn't sound like she's 20. Maybe she is, but doesn't sound like she's fucking 20 or even an adult. Literally telling her that I hope your life is fucking ruined and I hope you're sad every fucking day. Yeah. Totally cares about, people being harmed by mean words on the internet. Yeah. Totally.
That's you, bro.
You have harmed everything.
Mirror,
You
mirror,
have
mirror on the wall.
fight against Griffin, and then you act like
That's
it's my
you,
fault,
bro.
when you're the one who's tainting it. You
Oh,
paint me as
no,
this
it's
monster for things I've never fucking done, and then you go, oh, if only he wasn't involved. You wouldn't be fucking heard at all if I wasn't able to expose him at all. None of this would have happened without me. And I'm not trying to say that because of an ego. It just is true.
You are having
trying
an
to
ego,
change
bro.
history. You
You are
done
having an
nothing
ego.
but make things worse.
Ego.
You have done
Ego.
nothing. You are a child. You are acting like a child. This entire conversation, you've done nothing.
Is that you?
Act like a school boy.
You're a child right now. You're being a child, bro.
I just love the crazy self-projection this guy just did right now. So he's saying Jessie has destroyed the credibility of the Black Griffin allegations because she is acting insane and totally crazy, okay? Brony Fandont, that is not fucking true. If I asked anybody that has known these allegations for a while and has constantly talked about them, I'll tell them, okay, who's the motherfucker who's ruining it for everybody? They will mention your fucking name. You know why? Because you constantly have mental breakdowns after mental breakdowns, has constantly gone insane, has been exposed multiple times of being a fucking pedophile that jacks up to cub porn, and has also had a fucking video of you crying like a little bitch about to jump off a bridge. There are a lot more reasons why people don't trust you at fucking all. There's a big reason why nobody cares about the Black Griffin situation except spurgs like you. Or tiny spurgs like fucking Jessie. Because you've ruined it. You've ruined any credibility with your spurg outs, with your constant mental breakdowns. And the mental breakdown that happens after this call also proves that. But I just love the ego that this guy has. The fucking narcissism. He genuinely believes that he carried the entire Black Griffin situation. He carried everything. Because there's no way Jessie would have a platform right now talking about this shit if it wasn't for him. Brony Fandont, that is not fucking true. It was other people who did it for you. You're just the fucking casting boy. You're just the towel boy in this situation. You're the meat shield. Because there are people behind the scenes that I'm aware of that have done more work than you, Brony Fandont. You're here just being the whipping boy. Okay? There are a lot more important people. Like the person who made the doc wasn't even fucking you. It was somebody else. The person who originally owned that Twitter account was a completely different person. They were the ones that were actually getting somewhere. Lazy Bedhead made that video carrying your fucking ass. You were constantly carried, and you never did anything for these allegations. You actually made it worse for everybody, and it led to many people leaving. It led to Lazy Bedhead leaving. It led to that person that originally owned the account, the second individual who was actually taking care of you, leaving you. This led to those other people that I forgot their names, but they also left you. Nobody takes this shit seriously. Because you have ruined it for everybody. And you made everybody's lives worse for involving yourself in shit. And this is another example right now here, what you're doing right now, of you making it worse. You caused the infighting because somebody dared to criticize you. Someone decided to be done with your fucking bullshit. But you believe that it's other people destroying the allegations, not just you. Fuck you, Brony Fandont. And you see why he deserves this confrontation? Because he's finally facing with somebody that knows reality, that is willing to tell the truth about who Brony Fandont really is. He's finally been confronted of that shit, and his reality is starting to tear apart. It's breaking apart into pieces. And he can't handle that shit, so this leads to crashouts like this. Okay?
That's you. That's on you.
This is recorded.
Cry about it.
This will stay on my page.
So?
Everything you're saying, it will be shown. Do you not understand that?
So?
The
So?
way you talk, what you say,
Nobody's gonna believe you.
Has had any
Nobody's gonna believe you.
Believe me.
This is how you talk, bro.
I'm not saying anything revolutionary. I'm letting you speak. It's showing who you are.
Ah, yes, yeah. Jessie is the one crashing out, having a mental breakdown, saying that I'm going to ruin your life and I'm going to sue you. Not you, Brony Fandont. You're totally the sane one in this situation. And it's kind of crazy he genuinely believes this. He genuinely believes that this call makes Jessie look bad. But in the end, this call makes Jessie look like a fucking queen. Okay, makes her look like a fucking Giga Chad, King Lee fucking individual. Well, Brony Fandont looks like the spurg in the situation. He looks like the fucking guy that is having a complete mental breakdown over people calling him a piece of shit. Yeah, this actually made him look so fucking bad, Brony Fandont. You look awful in this situation right now. Like, this didn't go in your favor.
Don't let the YouTube commentators talk about you like that. I'm just waiting until they do
Which YouTube commentators? The
it.
ones that you side with.
Oh,
The
I don't
ones
know.
that do
You
not
probably,
believe Griffin did
you
anything
probably,
wrong. Those YouTube commentators?
probably.
Imagine being such a spurg to the point you make the Black Griffin detractors actually side with the people who are saying Black Griffin's an innocent individual. Imagine being that much of a fuck up. Okay, and Brony Fandont thinks this is actually an L on Jesse, saying like, "Oh yeah, you side with people who fucking say Black Griffin done nothing wrong." But no, if that's constantly happening to you, everyone you know constantly sides with the detractors, the fucking YouTube commentators, the drama tubers. It's probably saying a lot more about you than them. Okay? Because there's probably truth in what they fucking say. But it's just fan funny that he tried to say, yeah, those people think Black Griffin. You're probably standing with people who think Black Griffin did nothing wrong. And Jason's like, probably, like, fuck you then. Fuck you, I don't care. It's like, Brony Fandont, you're seeing what you're doing. Like, you're fucking up the situation so much. These people don't even care anymore. They're like, oh, you know what? If you think they're evil, they're my friend. That's what you're pretty much making them do.
What do you mean probably? There hasn't been
Because
any
that's
YouTube
how you
commentator
reacted, bro.
that has talked about me that isn't also on Griffin's side. Do you not understand that?
They don't have to believe Griffin.
Why is it okay for them to be on the side of the pedophile?
Because you're also a pedophile too.
Queen responds, Brony Fandont absolutely felt it there. It's like Brony Fandon's like, how dare you side with people who are pedophiles, who are defending the pedophile master Black Griffin? Why would you do this? And then Jesse's like, she has like the Giga Chat picture. She's like, in the computer, like, that muscular Giga Chat in the computer like that, you know what I'm talking about? She's like that. And she's like, because you're a pedophile too. And Brony Fandon's like, what the fuck? Why did she say that? And this is what I'm saying. Don't worry. This is what I'm saying here. Anybody that ever interacted with Brony Fandont and they have the same opinions of Black Griffin, like Brony Fandont's, right? Calling like Black Griffin a pedophile, a groomer, and all that type of shit. In the end, they'll actually come out saying, you know what, Black Griffin did nothing wrong because you're a piece of shit. Fuck you. That's what happened to Lazy Bedhead. Lazy Bedhead fully believed that Black Girl's a fucking pedophile. But then when she involved herself in the situation with the Saberspark stuff and all that type of shit, and people started relitigating the fucking Black Griffin stuff, and she realized that maybe Black Girl's not a pedophile, Brony Fandont went after her. And then Lazy Bedhead was like, you know what? Fuck you. Black Griffin is not a pedophile and I'm apologizing. And then made a video on him completely destroying him. Yeah. Brony Fandont usually making his own A-logs. Yeah.
I don't like Griffin.
That doesn't even make sense. You're saying that because you believe I'm a pedophile for no fucking reason, you believe that, so therefore it's okay for them to like Griffin. You would rather they don't like me than them not liking Griffin, than to them to not try to harm or call out Griffin.
You're the one that caused the infight, so that's on you, bro. Bye.
This is the infighting. I'm showing what you've done.
I like how she just leaves because she's like, is this really worth my fucking time? Should I really just continue arguing with this random spurg? You know what? Brony Fandont's way beneath me, and now I'm gonna start supporting Black Griffin. And that's probably gonna fucking happen. This is what's probably gonna fucking happen. Jesse's gonna start looking into the doc, realize it's just full of bullshit, and then just say, you know what, Black Griffin did nothing wrong, and Brony Fandon's gonna seethe. But don't worry. The last few minutes is just pure cope and pure seethe, like his enemy's name, Beckett. It's called Cope and Seethe, and Brony Fandont just represents that right fucking now.
You have done this. I am responding to you. I'm going to leave this up, and I hope that someone is able to understand, based on how they speak, what they actually say, that none of it makes any fucking sense. They are genuinely unhinged people. They cannot communicate like actual people, and they've only done harm. I know that no one gives a shit about how they've hurt me, but they also hurt everything revolving around the victims. regardless of what anyone believes, they treat this like this. They treat people's lives like this.
And that's where it ends. Just a massive self-projection, just pure cope, pure seed, saying that she is destroying the allegations of Black Griffin being a pedophile, not him. Yeah, that's totally true, Brony Fandont. You totally won! Because after this, he made this post over here, and you can see Brony Fandont says, people can validate anything in their heads, no matter how insane it is. You're claiming I'm using scare tactics. I already showed off everything. There's no threats and no tactics. Maddie asked to talk. They didn't want to do it publicly. Brony Fandont, okay? Why are you fucking lying? You tried to intimidate this individual by saying, I'm going to gather your private information, I'm going to sue you, and you're going to face consequences, and I hope you stay miserable. That is a scare tactic over there. You're threatening this individual with a lawsuit. You tried to scare them from stop talking shit about you. Okay, Brony Fandont? And it's crazy that like now he's complaining that Maddie, the person who started this shit, well, not even started it, they just criticized him. He's saying like, why didn't Maddie show up? Why didn't she want to talk publicly? It's like, Maddie's a mature individual. A lot more mature than you, and probably believes that doing it behind the scenes is a much more productive way than doing it publicly. Because this call, doing it publicly with Jesse, didn't really land to your fucking favor, and everyone just fucking laughed at you. Because you're a fucking spurg in the call. But don't worry, he continues and he says this over here. I deserved, after everything they done to, have that conversation. But all I did in return was say that there were no threats. But everyone keeps shouting scare tactics now like I was threatening blackmail. I didn't threaten anyone! Brony Fandont, stop the fucking gaslight. You absolutely fucking did by threatening a lawsuit on Jesse. Okay? You threatened to sue this individual and ruin their fucking lives because they dare talk shit about you. Stop the fucking lies and just accept reality that you fucking did that. But Brony Fandont will never accept that because that actually makes him look bad. So he has to actually make himself look good in the situation by denying reality of what he fucking said. He's denying what he said with his own fucking mouth. But don't worry. The victory that he totally had continues over here. Abusers get away with their abuse because everyone in this world looks at it normal. I killed myself trying to help you and you threw me away. You let me be abused by your friends that are friends with your abuser. You did this to me. And let me tell you this, Brony Fandont. When somebody gets accused of rape, they immediately get genocided. They immediately get massacred because everybody takes it seriously. But people don't take you seriously because you fucked up the Black Griffin situation so much that everybody just laughs at you. Okay? Because those few people went after you doesn't mean that everybody's like that. Like, look at the Turkey Tom situation. That shit had a lack of evidence of what they provided, and people still believe them. People still believe rape victims all the fucking time. And this is just cope because you just got destroyed by Jesse after you totally won. That you said it in the call. You were totally winning. That you totally owned them. But in the end, this looks like you're fucking seething and you're molding and you're probably fucking crying. Okay? It's crazy that this guy really thinks he's the warrior of the raped. He's the warrior of the victims. Like, who the fuck do you really think you are, Brony Fandont? You're a nobody. You're just some random Twitter spurg who just fucks around and that's it. Okay? Nobody gives a shit about you. Okay? But don't worry. He continues the victory. I hate living in a world of people begging for justice that also hate it. I hate giving everything I have to people who ultimately treat me like trash. I hate being told who I am by people who have no souls. Wait, what? Brony Fan, what are you saying? So you're saying that rape victims want justice, don't want justice, and they hate it and they still want to be raped. That says more about you because that's coming from your personal experience. Because there's probably rape victims out there that you try to contact saying, I'll help you and everything. And they looked into your past history and they're like, fuck you, no, I'm not letting you carry those allegations. But in this man's mindset, he believes they love being raped. What the fuck does that even fucking mean, Brony Fandont? What type of cope is that? But it's crazy that like in this tweet, he kind of accepts who he is because he constantly says, I hate being told who I am. Brony Fandont, you just accidentally said that what the detractors were saying were absolutely true, that you're a pedophile, spurg, narcissistic, egotistical, insane, psychopathic maniac. And you just said that they're fucking correct. And you hate it when they're telling you the truth. And I was surprised by this. And I'm like, because I've seen this guy since the Searsburg allegations, and every single time a person tried to tell him reality, he'll immediately block them, he will immediately see that them, and he will immediately try to threaten suicide. He hates it because he knows he's a fucking loser. But don't worry, this is the last tweet he has done after the debate, after the total Brony Fandont victory, and totally not a Jesse victory. If you want me dead, then do it! I don't want to stay! I don't deserve it! I've done nothing wrong, and I've tried so hard to do what's right, but if you're going to make me feel like this, then just finish the job! And you can see here, he's threatening suicide again. Like what he did in the Saber Spark situation, what he did when he had beef with the YouTuber Cope Seed, he's doing it again. And let me tell you this, okay? A lot of people probably see this and saying, oh, this is just a cry for help. He constantly does this, and it never fucking happens. The closest was the fucking Bridge live stream. But in the end of that, people speculated that he probably was just suicide baiting. Something that he constantly does all the fucking time. Like, even in his Blue Sky fucking account, he does that shit. Like, when I tried to egg log him with the Helena Hyena account, like, that account is just pure Kino, he merely blocks anyone who follows him. That's who this guy really is. And do I believe he actually will do it? No. I already know this guy. This guy has done this all the fucking time. But would I be surprised if he did it? Not really, because he hasn't been active since this. It's been 3 days, and he hasn't said anything. He hasn't come back. He probably just did the deed, or he probably just fucked off for finally fucking off, something he should have done since the beginning. But in the end, if it was true that he did it, no one would care because nobody likes him. He has burned every bridge that he known. He has been connected with so many people and lost them because of his own actions. And this is what he fucking deserved. And now he's finally facing reality. He's finally feeling the pressure. He's no longer welcomed in the Black Griffin detractor community. And he now realized it's been over. And I know there's probably a bunch of people saying, oh, this is kind of shit. This is kind of a shitty thing to do, Mr. Zombie. You're kind of a piece of shit for doing this type of stuff, right? Like, you shouldn't, make fun of people who are mentally ill. But the problem is that you don't know the extent of what this guy has actually done. I used to have a bunch of videos reporting every tweet, every crash out he did. Now they're all lost, and I have a couple that are actually saved. But if you watch those videos, if anyone has an archive of them, you will notice that there's been so many times that he had the opportunity to face reality and change who he is. Finally accept that he's just a spurg and he needs to leave. People have attempted to help him in the past, telling him good advice, and he never follows it. Because he believes he's this hero, he's this king. He believes he stands up for the rape victims. And the only reason he even wants to pretend like he's the warrior of rape victims is not because he actually cares about rape people. Like, he doesn't give a shit. He doesn't give a shit about people who were molested. He only does it because he wants to feel special. Because he lives a very pathetic life. He literally goes to a zoo or works there, from what I'm aware of. He constantly does that. When I saw his Helena Hyena posters, Brony Fandont posts, like, he constantly posts from a zoo. And that's the only happiness. I've seen his other live streams where he had another mental breakdown. I've seen all of this shit. And from what I could see from those eyes, from how his room looks like, he lives a really pathetic and miserable life. He lives the most saddest life anybody could actually live in. And that's why I believe this guy has no friends, no family connections at all. And that's why he's so dedicated, so strongly holding the Black Griffin allegations, because that's the only thing that gives him purpose. Because this guy is a man without purpose. And I don't feel bad, and I don't care if helping anymore. Everyone attempted it. Everyone tried to give him good advice. Even my old videos, I tried to give him good advice. I actually felt bad for him. But when you start reading everything he says, he's such a dirty motherfucker. He's such a dirty piece of shit, using any tactics to ruin anybody's fucking lives. He's willing to go that low to get what he fucking wants. And then he complains when people do it to him. They don't even go that low, but he still complains about it. Like, he has said in the past, he wants Saber Spark's life to be ruined. He wants Black Griffin's entire life ruined also. And that he hopes everybody gets killed. He said that in a Blue Sky post once. I don't know if it's archived anymore because that's the only archive, but he said that before. He wished everybody dead before. And he wished the worst for every single person he has contacted. He crashed out a lazy bedhead, saying that she's a piece of shit. Should I feel bad for him? No. Everybody tried to help him, so he better fuck the fuck off with this post. And that's my take on Brony Fandont. And I think this is going to be the last time I ever talk about this individual. This will be the last Brony Fandont video in a very long while. I don't think he'll be back in a while, but even if he returns, he's just a bum. He's low. He's the lowest of society. And unless if he just does more of this where he crashes the fuck out and actually becomes entertaining, I'm not going to cover this guy. So that's my take on the entire situation. He has lost every single thing he has ever been connected to. And now he has lost the thing that gave him purpose, the Black Griffin allegations, and has realized he fucked up, but doesn't want to admit to that, so he just blames everyone else but himself. He is an egomaniac, a narcissistic, psychopathic, fucking insane control freak, and a pedophile. That's who he is. The dirtiest motherfucker out there. That's who he is. So that's the conclusion of the shit. And it's finally good to talk about this guy once again because it's kind of funny. I actually like making these videos when I cover this guy, but I don't think he's going to be back for a little while. So, But let's get a couple of updates, okay? Talking about Bonk. I will re-upload the last Bonk videos I've done. The ones I've archived, I think it's just 2 or 3. I don't know. I think they're actually pretty good, so I'll re-upload those ones. Probably put them in a compilation because, this guy is insane. So that's going to happen soon. But now we finally got to the end of the video. And first of all, follow the Twitter. Follow at BBBBBB00037, whatever that's called. It's up here. You can follow it if you want to. Okay, to see who I really am. And to get the latest updates. That's barely anything. But, follow it. It's going to be a great decision. Okay, you should fucking do it. And also, leave a like, okay? We need to get more likes on these videos. Also, subscribe to the Mr. Zombie Army. We need to recover what YouTube has taken away. Okay, so let's get to 100, 300, 5 billion, zillion, trillion, 1 quadrillion subs. Okay, we need to get those big numbers. And also, I hope you guys comment. Say whatever the fuck you want. You could say your take. You could say, Mr. Zombie, you're being too fucking mean to Brony Fandont. He doesn't deserve this at all. Or you could say, you know what? Fuck this guy. Say whatever the fuck you want. I like seeing different opinions. And also, this is a free speech chat and not put in the chat or the comments on a 1-year subscriber mode like Jeremy Hambley from the Ham Planet. I'm going to make a video on that soon. Just subscribe. Just leave a comment. Do whatever the fuck you want. And also, I hope all of you guys have a really great July, the Patriots month. We got to celebrate the 250th of America. And also, I hope you guys have a really great summer and a really great day. And good.